Hey, good morning. This is Ray Easton or Ray Ia with the Ancient Tree of Life channel, and also the Anunnaki the Bible channel if you're on Facebook. So today is Friday the 13th. Happy Friday. It is Friday the 13th, right? And I've always loved Friday the 13th, right? Even when I was a kid. I don't know why, other than I knew it freaked people out. Or maybe I was just like, well, I'm not afraid of this day, and I'm going to embrace it boldly, and I'm going to walk under ladders, and I'm going to find black cats, and you know what I mean? And I'm not going to be scared, right? And I think it made me feel brave and strong. So while the world was clamoring and shuddering over Friday the 13th, I was boldly going, right? So Friday the 13th, I remember reading a little bit about this. I think it's all myth. Essentially, basically, the 13th is the number of, some have said the number of the witch. Some have said it's the 13th angel, it's the 13th apostle. And I haven't really gotten heavily into that. But I do know that there was supposedly a 13th astrological sign, which I never really got into. But that 13th thing was linked to a particular, like you have the positive aspect. I believe it was linked to some challenging or outside aspect, right? So I have to look that up a little bit more because I'm not really sure. But the number 13, I don't really know why it's overly special. And I hate to admit that because I'm making a post about it. But I know the 12 represents the 12 stars, the 12 months. So there's that. There's the time frame when it comes to the 12. The 13th, I think it just represents, like they say on the Tree of Life, there is the extra Sephirah called Da'ath, which is it's a different Sephirah. And then I remember reading something about Aleister Crowley and how he was using the 13th something on the Tree of Life. It wasn't called Da'ath, but it was called something else, and it was supposed to be taboo. So take it for what it's worth. But today is Friday the 13th. More importantly, though, it's a full moon. Okay, so we're in a full moon, and the moon is actually in Pisces, which means Pisces is a very it's the bridge between the spiritual and the real world, which is why you have the two fish, and they're going in opposite directions. One represents the spiritual world, one represents our world, and how the two kind of go back and forth, almost cyclically, right? Kind of like if you're into the old school ancient symbols, the Ouroboros, the serpent biting its tail, or the dragon biting its tail. It would probably be reminiscent of that, right? So that's really what today's about. It's about that full moon. We're in Virgo. The sun's in Virgo. And Virgo is about servitude, providing a service, interacting with your community, and just being more virgin-minded about how you feel things should be, right? It could be a beautiful thing. If it's too stringent, it could be a bad thing. We all know some negative Virgos, but we all know some positive Virgos as well, right? So with the moon being in Pisces, it's an opportunity to emotionally kind of find out where you are in life right now, and where the spiritual world is, and where your physical our material world is for you right now, and if the two are coinciding. Are the two pools of water, are they mixing well, or is there a conflict? Is your spiritual not aligned with your material world, and is your material world not aligned with your spiritual world, right? It's hard to be a spiritual person and still live in this world at times and have that cohesion to where you can do both. But it can be done because it starts in your heart and it goes to your head. And once you start looking at life, and once you know more of the symbols and how you can relate things in life to the esoteric side, the two become very fluidic, and your mind stays in that place even while you're dwelling here. I believe that's kind of what they meant by heaven on earth, because if your mind can put together order and create order, then you can be happy and content. You can spread that, and we can have heaven on earth. So once again, happy Friday, guys, guys and gals. Have a great day. Have a safe day. And remember, today is also the day of Venus. So remember to love your friends, your family, and remember to contribute to your community if you can, even if it's on social media. Have a good one. Bye.